Today on Fox 5 Anime, some interesting news came out this week. Starting with you manga fans, Media Do announces new slate of digital manga. 6 new titles are coming from Vast Visual and Saturday AM. This was reported on September 13th by Karen Dennison. Media Do International Incorporation, right? Yeah. Is preparing to introduce 6 new manga titles to US readers for the first time with help from publishers Vast Visual and Saturday AM. Media Do International Incorporation is the US-based subsidiary of Media Do Co. Limited, Japan's largest ebook distribution company. The 6 new titles were announced today and include both English and Japanese releases, coming from Vast Visual. The first one is called Tokyo Interstellar Immigration Volume 1, story and art by Mado Guchimato. The Tokyo Interstellar Bureau of Immigration, Japan's finest cosmic border patrol team, busting their butts on the daily to keep planet Earth safe. Right along with Lean and Anne, 2 high school girls who kick ass, hunt down aliens, and look dapper while doing it. God, I can't read. The second manga being Paranoia Cage, Volume 1 and 2. Story and art by Cool Kaio's Senja. Mizuki, an adult manga artist and a virgin, has begun to live on her own. She now spends her days with Saki, her assistant and BL author, in an unending quest to create the ultimate adult manga. Even Mizuki's new editor can't stop himself from shrinking in the face of this font of infinite lewdness. So for any of you hentai lovers out there, this seems like it's gonna lean to that realm. So Paranoia Cage, Volume 1 and 2, check that out. Next up, we have Apple Black, Volume 1, story and art by Odunze Ogau. Raised in isolation to be the world's savior, known as the Trinity young sorcerer, Sano ventures out to train with talented magic users just as evil emerges again to threaten the world. Many years ago, humans acquired fruits called black from a tree that descended from the skies, which turned humans into sorcerers. Although all of black is now extinct, humans still have sorcery inherited from their ancestors. As generations go by, the effort of black in the bloodline diminishes, and sorcerers use a variety of objects as wands to harness their magical power. Blessed by Merlin, the god of sorcery, with ROD's arm, Sano, a young sorcerer, has the ultimate wand. He is raised and trained in isolation and secrecy to be the world's savior, known as the Trinity. The savior is believed to be the one who dons the infinite night, an eternal night of chaos. Sano begins his training amongst a group of other talented new magic users where many already know his name. Sano gets a fiery start after being admitted to Black Bottom Island, guide for young sorcerers, with his newfound freedom. And his fellow gifted allies and sorcerers accompany Sasano on his quest. The treachery, betrayal, and evil that has plagued nearly all of Eden emerge again to threaten the world. Can Sano survive the threats of his young life? Find out next time on Apple Black. Hammer, Volume 1, story and art by Jayoden. I think I said that right. Left on his own again, Stud gets sucked into one of his father's journals, down into an ocean kingdom grappling with the murder of its king. Can Stud use the hammer hands to solve the case? Our hero Stud is a 14-year-old boy whose father regularly abandons him in expeditions that he regularly catalogs in his own journal. So this guy has some father issues. Having to fend for himself, Stud isn't like most kids. He can turn his hands into hammers. That's a unique ability. Unfortunately, the kids in the village don't think it's cool, neither do I. Well, it can be useful, and do not allow him to join in on their fun adventures. Considering that his father has always advised him that friends are the most important accomplishment a person can make, what's a boy who can turn part of his body into metal to do? He can work at Rooms to Go or Home Depot. He can be a construction worker. Go on his own adventures, of course. When Stud stumbles upon one of his father's journals detailing his past adventures with Tara, Stud's mother, a young hero unknowingly makes a wish using wishing coins after reading a passage about them. Stud gets sucked into the book, and it is at the location of one of his parents' adventures from him. While that would be weird enough, his falling onto top of a hammerhead shark by the name of Steel, who is expected of killing the Ocean King. Stranded in water, world, and unable to breathe without special assistance, Stud's in a bit of a trouble. With no way home in sight, he attempts to finally make a friend who can help him, and thus chooses to aid the mermaid detective trying to solve the murder case. When Stud solves this problem with his shiny hammer hands, he's going to try. It sounds kind of dumb, but whatever. If you like it, more power to you. Oblivion Rogue, Volume 1, story and art by Pap Solai, fall. I can say that. Okay, I can say that right. I said that right. Oblivion Rogue follows the career of a young teenage villager named Omi, and she becomes embroiled in a conflict that threatens futuristic Africa and the world itself. In the near future, a virus called Liup has infected half the population. The resulting war between the people of Liam, known as the Infected, and the people of Gollum, known as the Immune, becomes a bloody and brutal affair when a mysterious army called the Hyken emerges to quell the war between the two countries. They adopt children of war to aid them. Umi and her friends are enlisted to help find a cure and end the bloodshed. With an all-African cast, Oblivion Rogue stems from the roots of West African philosophy. It is both brutal, dystopian depiction of the future and a beautiful adventure that explores the depth of the human spirit. Hey, well, none of these interest me, but I'm doing it because I know that manga is a popular thing in the anime genre, so maybe someone will come across this video and be like, oh, okay, I'll check that out. And finally, Saigami, Volume 1, Story and Art by Seni. Hanasaki Ayumi can't quite find her place in the world, with every day being one of emptiness and loneliness. But one day she receives a mysterious letter and everything changes, finding herself in a frightening new world of unexpected adventures and fanciful characters. She joins in the journey of two adventure-seeking young men, hoping that she'll find a way home. Ayumi soon realizes that the more time she spends in this strange new world, the more she gets tangled up within it. And the greatest questions of all, who is she and where does she belong? So here's something that I'm sure a lot of people would care about. One Piece. One Piece film, Red Anime, film plunders through 10 million tickets sold in Japan. This was reported on September 13th by Daryl Harding. After it was confirmed yesterday that One Piece film Red had become the highest grossing film of the year in Japanese theaters, today the official Twitter account for the film announced that Film Red had surpassed yet another milestone, over 10 million sold for the anime movie in Japan, marking the 21st film to ever do so in the region. As of the film's 38th day in Japanese theaters, One Piece Red film has grossed more than 13.94 billion yen on the back of more than 10 million tickets sold. One Piece film Red had already sailed to the top of the 2022 charts and is currently in 14th place on the all-time film charts and 8th on the all-time anime film charts in Japan. One Piece film Red is the 21st film to ever breach the 10 million tickets sold line and the fourth fastest to do so after Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie, Mugen Train, in 16 days, Spirited Away in 31 days, and the first Harry Potter film in 35 days. Film Red did beat Your Name to the milestone though, with the Makoto Shinkai film hitting the mark in 39 days. One Piece film Red opened in Japanese theaters on August 6th. Crunchyroll will be releasing the film in English-speaking countries this November, starting with Australia and New Zealand on November 3rd and then the United States and Canada on November 4th. Crunchyroll describes the sea-faring musical adventure such as such, Uta, the most beloved singer in the world whose voice has been described as otherworldly, is renowned for concealing her own identity when performing. Now for the first time ever, she will reveal herself to the world at a live concert. With the Navy watching closely, the venue fills with Uta's fans, including excited pirates and the Straw Hats led by Luffy, who simply came to enjoy her sonorous performance, all eagerly awaiting the voice that the whole world has been waiting for to resound. The story begins with the shocking revelation that she is the enigmatic Shanks' daughter. The One Piece TV anime is also still going strong with over 1,000 episodes of the series, streaming right here on Crunchyroll with new episodes coming out as they air in Japan. I am not a One Piece fan, not because I hate the anime, but because there is too many freaking episodes. It's just too much. I think about watching it, but then I also think about how easily I will burn myself out. And last on today's video, the One Piece video game, One Piece Odyssey, video game release moved to January 2023. Kara Dennison reported this today as I'm recording this, September 15th. Earlier this summer, we got word that One Piece Odyssey, a forthcoming opening world RPG in which you join the Straw Hat Pirates on a brand new adventure, will become to your favorite gaming platforms later this year. The good news is we finally have a date locked in. The bad news is it's not until next year. But more good news, it's very early next year. The official One Piece staff Twitter tweeted out this notice about the game's impending release, locking in January 12th, 2023 as the big day for console players in Japan. A Steam release isn't far behind, slated for January 13th, 2023, which is also the release date listed for all versions on the game's official English language site. Bandai Namco describes the game A broken Thousand Sunny scatters crew members Luffy's missing Straw Hat. During the voyage, the Straw Hats, led by Monkey D. Luffy, are swallowed by a huge storm at sea. They end up on a mysterious island full of nature amidst the storm and become separated from each other. The crew sets out on a new adventurous journey filled with wonders of a raging nature, powerful enemies, and strange encounters with island locals. Work together with Luffy and his crew to set sail once again for the 500th time, I'm sure. One Piece Odyssey features an original story rooted in the canon of the series and is slated to release on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC on January 13th, 2023. One Piece digital mangas. I hope that tickles your fancy. I'm going to be making more videos like this where I just report news in the anime genre, and I'm probably going to make this channel solely on anime because I really enjoy making this type of content. So please like and subscribe, especially if you're an anime fan. Give me a chance. That is it. I am out.